On a cloudy day, José Antonio Rey Maria went out to fish, not knowing that soon he would be entrapped in a remarkable plan that could change the course of World War II. Maria was hoping for a good catch of fish, but instead, he stumbled upon something truly eerie. In the cloudy water, he spotted a lifeless body dressed in a uniform, floating face down. Other local fishermen gathered around, but no one dared to get close to the badly decayed corpse. They left it to Maria to bring it ashore in his small boat called Ana. The Spanish authorities later found identification in the body's wallet. The man was Major William Martin, a British Royal Marine. Among his belongings were a picture of his fiancée, a receipt for an engagement ring, and a theater ticket stub. But what caught everyone's attention were the secret documents. Even though Spain was supposed to be neutral during the war, there were people who secretly supported the Nazis. These documents ended up in the hands of German spies in Spain. The papers hinted at a plan to invade Greece and Sardinia, with Sicily as a distraction. Strangely, the Germans believed it all. Grand Admiral Karl Donitz wrote that Hitler disagreed with Mussolini and thought the invasion would focus on Sardinia and Greece. But what the Germans didn't know was that they had been tricked, and the mastermind behind this scheme would later become famous as the writer of James Bond novels. His name was Ian Fleming.
After 3 years of fierce fighting, the Nazis still occupied most of Europe and vast territories in the Soviet Union. Hitler remained convinced that world domination still lay within his grasp. What the Allies now needed was a breakthrough. The first crucial step would be an invasion of Sicily. Victory in Sicily would punch into the enemy's soft underbelly in Europe. It might turn the tide of the war.
The plan was quite straightforward: find a dead body, put fake papers on it, and let it wash up where the Germans could find it. But making it work was not easy. They had to find a body that looked like it had died in a plane crash at sea and washed up on the shore. While the idea came from Fleming, it was British intelligence agents Charles Cholmondeley and Ewen Montagu who made it happen. They jokingly called it Operation Mincemeat. They thought it would be easy in the middle of the bloodiest war, explained McIntyre, who wrote a book about it. But finding the right kind of dead body turned out to be really hard because it had to look like it died in a plane crash at sea. The body had to wash ashore at a specific place, wearing a life jacket, and seem like it died at sea. This man, Glyndwr, was once a homeless person in London. Sadly, he died after swallowing poison, and no one claimed him as family.
In January 1943, homeless, penniless and friendless, Glyndwr Michael killed himself with rat poison in a disused warehouse near King's Cross. He was 34 years old. He died unloved and unlamented, but not unnoticed. Here's the entry. Glyndwr Michael. 34, male, lunatic, phosphorus poisoning taken orally, suicide.
Cholmondeley and Montagu had a secret plan involving him. But there was a problem: they only had 3 months before Glyndwr's body wouldn't be useful anymore. In that short time, they made up a whole new life for Glyndwr. They pretended he was Captain William Martin of the Royal Marines. They even created a fake love story for him with a made-up woman named Pam, who was actually a woman named Jean Leslie who worked for MI5. They went as far as having Cholmondeley wear Captain Martin's uniform to make it look used. But the biggest trick was inside Glyndwr's body. They hid a briefcase with fake papers meant to fool the enemy and make them think Sicily wasn't the real target. On a night in April 1943, the fake Captain Martin was put in the ocean from a British submarine. They left him to drift. The Germans had to believe they had outsmarted the British. They didn't know they were being tricked. Troops rushed to Sardinia, and tanks were sent to Greece. The British code breakers sent a message saying the Germans fell for it. On July 10, 1943, when 160,000 Allied troops landed in Sicily, the success of their daring plan became clear. The Germans couldn't put up much of a fight, thanks to Glyndwr Michael, the man who had died in poverty in London. Because of this, Mussolini's power weakened, Italy's situation changed, and Hitler had to send a big part of his army to help Italy. It all started with a man who died in an empty warehouse, and now he was honored as Major William Martin in Spain. On his gravestone were two sayings. One was, "It's good to die for your country," and second, after they revealed the truth in 1998, Glyndwr Michael served as Major William Martin, RM.